Welcome everybody to the Real Estate Photography Services and Pricing Workshop. So today we're going to talk about all the different types of services and packages that companies are offering today in 2023 and how you can take advantage of what other people are doing to improve your booking process. So this workshop is about how to improve your booking process so that you can be making more money selling more services on every single photo shoot. So before we jump into things, let's talk about who will benefit from this presentation. So first, beginners that are looking to set things up for the first time, looking to create services and packages from scratch. We're going to go over all the most popular services and the best practices so you don't need to be reinventing the wheel yourself. And this is also for established pros. If you're trying to get an idea of what other companies are doing, stay tuned. In this talk, we're going to go over all the common things that we're seeing across the best photography companies across the US. All right. So the first thing we're going to talk about is what you're going to learn from this presentation. So if you ever had questions about what are the best services that you should be offering, what are the different pricing strategies, how do you go about pricing your services in order to make the most amount of money? If you have any questions about what are the upsells, all of those things, we're going to be answering all of those questions in this presentation. So let's dive into the agenda for today. So the first thing we'll look at is what are the services to offer? How do you go about pricing them? Why you might want to consider packages if you're not offering packages today? And what are the most popular packages that other companies are offering? And we'll also look at the common mistakes, what to do and what not to do when you're setting up your own booking process. So a little bit about me first. My name is John, and I am the founder of Tonimo, which is an online booking and scheduling software for real estate photographers. I've personally talked to hundreds of real estate photographers about how to price their services. I've personally helped 70 companies set up their pricing. And by making all these simple changes to how their booking process works, they've been able to make more money without having to make any changes to the rest of their processes. So now you don't need to take my word for it. You can take a look at some of the customer testimonials here. So we have Beth and Mike that said that they've been able to increase their average ticket price by up to 25% just from making tweaks to how they present their offerings. And you have Jason here that says that his transaction value has gone up from $700 to $900. And if you want to see what Jason from Elevado Visuals, what his booking form looks like, you can see right here. This is his booking page. He's got his packages set up. He has his list of photos and video and other services set up within his booking page here. And we also have Anthony. Anthony Whittington out in Florida says that he's been able to increase his average order value by 125% by utilizing some of the upsell and add-on features. So Anthony Whittington here also has an extremely beautiful booking portal set up for his company. So he's got a list of packages all optimized for the most popular services that his agents want. And he also has some of the most up-to-date photos and video services that look really great and that helps him look professional and sell more on his bookings. All right, so let's dive into the basics. So here's the list of basic services that you should be offering today. So that's photos, video, drone, Matterport, and floor plan. Now, if you're not offering these basic services, it's going to be tough to get new customers and you're putting yourself at a disadvantage. So if you're not offering these services, I'd highly recommend investing in the equipment so that you can be offering these basic services that are standard, that agents are come to expect. Now, in terms of photos, videos, and drone, there is some, the video part, most companies nowadays are offering things like 1 to 2 minute cinematic videos, and most companies are also offering things like aerial, drone photos, and video. So those are some of the basic things that I would consider adding into your offerings if you're not doing that today. Now, let's get into the weeds a little bit into what's really popular in 2023. Now, this is all about social media, social media, social media. Agents and real estate agents, coaches have been stressing the importance of getting your face out there, getting in front of the camera, and building your own audience. And because of that, agents are also, there's also great demand for these services from agents. So videos that are shot in vertical format and videos that get agent in front of the camera to do branding things, those are really popular. Now, with these types of videos, we're seeing things like 30-second highlight reels, agent walkthroughs, and also agent talking head videos that would go on things like Instagram. Now, it's not just about producing media. What we're also seeing is that the most innovative real estate photography companies are becoming marketing companies, and they're doing things like monthly retainers with their agents. They're starting to manage their agents' social media accounts and doing things like agent postings. These are all really great ways to build a better relationship with agents, and there's good demand for this. So if you're not offering these services, talk to some of your agents and see if they're interested in, partnering up and doing more for their social media, doing more to get these videos out in front of an audience. All right. So besides these services, here's a list of add-ons that we see companies offer. Now, I've divided them into 3 different categories here. First, you have your virtual and editing services. Now, these are things like virtual twilight, virtual staging, maybe object removal, decluttering services, and basic services that you might get with a photo editor, like blue sky, green grass, fireplace, TV screens. These are things that if you are doing this on your listings, you should highlight that in your booking process. And that's what some of these companies that you see here that they will do is add those as upsells in their booking process. So we can see from here that once you go through and select some services, you get some options to put an agent on camera and really showcase what you can do for your agents. So we have these virtual editing services. We have marketing collateral. So a lot of companies now are offering things like websites, social media templates, and flyers. If you use something like Tonimo, you can actually generate these things automatically. So it doesn't cost you much time and it doesn't cost you any money. And it's a great way to increase your margins and make more on every order. And lastly, we have these kinds of situational services. These are things that are great if you're doing a consultative sales process. Now, if you don't know what a consultative sales process is, send us a DM and we'll send you some videos about that. But in these calls, you can talk to your agents and ask them, hey, are there specific features of the property they want to highlight? Maybe they want some detail shots to highlight some of the unique features of that property. Maybe the property is in a nice community and they want to highlight some community photos or some neighborhood photos. Those are things that you can add on to a listing, and also things like lifestyle photos. Like maybe it's in a really nice neighborhood. Maybe they want to sell that entire story. That's a great service to also offer to those agents that are interested in those things. So these are some of the most common services and add-ons that we see. And here's what that might look like on another company named Aerial Canvas out in San Francisco, how all of this looks. So they offer things like influencer videos and your basic services that we've already talked about. But on top of these things, they also offer the list of add-ons that we went over. So if we go through this page here, we can see all sorts of upsells that are offered to agents depending on what services they've ordered. So we have the things that we talked about, like the floor plans, the influencer video, maybe some of these virtual services, and some social media marketing material here as well. All right, so let's move on to how to go about pricing your services now that you've figured out the list of services and services that you want to offer. So in general, what we see is that most companies are pricing by square feet or by number of photos, or they have a flat pricing. From my experience, what I've seen is about 60% of the companies that I talk to is using some type of square footage based pricing. It's based on the size of the property. About 30% are using number of photos, and just a small handful are doing just flat pricing. Now, most companies that we are seeing are switching to a property size based pricing model. And the reason for that is because it helps them make more money. Now, secondly, it's also good for your customers because there's less choices. They don't have to worry about, do I need 20 photos or 30 photos? Or if they have a really large property and they only order 20 photos and it's not enough and you have to go back and take some more photos. So it takes all of that headache out. You can just always take enough photos based on the property size, and you can increase your prices based on the size of the property. All right, so now the next part I want to talk about is packages. So why packages? Well, the first reason is that it's better for your customers. It's more convenient and simple for your customers. Instead of having to choose 3 or 4 different services, they can just choose one package right on the screen that has everything they need just for them. And so it's really easy. It takes a lot of that, decision making out for them. And it's also great because if you bundle these packages together, you're going to be able to save your agents money. So they're getting more for less. You're providing more value to them. So that's great for your customers. Second, it's also better for you because you can sell more services for each photo shoot. And you can only, if you're traveling already to a location, you want to make sure that you're making the most out of the time that you have for each photo shoot, because you can only travel a certain amount of shoots each single day. So if you package things together, you can make sure that you sell more, it's more efficient, and you can bundle more high margin products like aerial drones, aerial photography that doesn't take that much time, that you can make another extra $100 on. And the last thing that we see is that just by offering packages, if you're not doing that already, most companies are making an extra 5 to 10% on their bookings. So if you're not offering that, highly consider adding packages. It's going to be better for your customers, and you're going to be able to make more money right off the bat. All right, so now that you're considering adding packages, let's talk about what not to do. Now, what you don't want to do is have a list of packages like this where it's just called photo package, or photo and video package, or photos, video, and drone package. These types of packages are not very helpful to your agent, because when your agent looks at this, they just see a list of things that you offer, but they don't understand how is that helpful to them. Which one should they pick, right? They're not the expert in real estate marketing. You're the expert. So instead of having things like this, what you want to do is offer something that is make your package names descriptive, help the agents answer the question, when should I choose this package, right? So what I recommend is having 3 packages, a good, better, best model. And what that might look like on your page is something like this. So I've pulled up Aerial Canvas's booking page again. They're doing a lot of good things on here. So first, they show the list of packages. They put the most expensive packages up top. That's a great thing to be doing, is price anchoring. So if you show your most expensive packages first, it's going to make the rest of your pricing look a lot more affordable. So we have the list of packages here, and you can see that instead of just calling something like photos, video, Matterport, drone package, they called it the luxury package. And the description here says this is their premium package for your portfolio worthy listings. Okay, that tells the agent that, if they have a really nice listing that they want to have on their portfolio, that they want to showcase, this is the package for them to go all out on. And they also have something called a care package. This is a value-driven package here. So it includes all the popular services that they offer, and it's one that's going to give them the most value. Okay, wow, that's great. It's very informative for the agents. And lastly, they have an essentials package, which is like their base package. So this is for people that just want the basics, that want to upgrade from just listing photos. Here's the package for them. So you can see already how this helps guide the agents through that booking process, and it helps them understand when they should pick a package. All right, so as you've seen from that booking page, I highly recommend having your list of packages first. Have them in most expensive to least expensive, so you're price anchoring, and make sure to have useful descriptions and have useful descriptions and names to help guide your agents. So you can see what this looks like, how these packages look on Aerial Canvas's booking portal here. So besides just having a list of packages, their customers can go in and see the services that are included, and they can also see samples of the work, whether that's photos, video. If they're offering something like Matterport, they can embed that directly onto this page as well. So this really helps your agents understand the quality of your work, understand what they're getting, what the value of those services are, and all these different factors plays a role into making sure that your agents are ordering more services. All right, so now that you've kind of gotten a feel for how to guide your agents through that booking process, how to have useful descriptions, let's talk about how to go about pricing things. So I am using this listing photos at $200 as the base price. And once you have that, you might want to have your first good package. And this you would price at something like no more than twice the cost of your basic listing photo. So if your basic listing photos is $200, then your first package might be something like $350 to $500. And for a package like this, you'll probably just want to offer just different types of photos. So like maybe photos and aerial photos and maybe a floor plan included in that. Now, what you would do after that is you have your better package, and this might be the package where you include video. So you're going to charge a little bit more, a couple $100 more, and you might include something like a 4K highlight video or drone video or Instagram Reels. Now, if you're using something like Tonimo, where you can also create a marketing kit like a listing website, social media templates, or flyers, you can add that into your better package so that you have a little bit more bang for the buck for your agents. And it also doesn't cost you anything. So it's something that you can generate with a click of a button, and boom, your customers have a marketing kit. So that's what I would include in that better package. And then lastly, you have your best package. Now, this package you can offer for 3 times or more the price of your good package. This is for the agents that are trying to go all out. So these agents don't care about price. They're not price sensitive. So this best package can be something just way more expensive than everything else that you're offering. And if you're showing this package first, it's really going to help price anchor the rest of your services and make them seem more reasonable. So now the question is, what do you want to offer in your best package? Well, that depends on you. But what we see most companies offer is the same services that are in their better package. So they're offering things like photos, videos, drone, Matterport, floor plan, and they're also offering some social media options. So whether that's getting the agent in front of the camera, doing some branding videos, those would be things that I would include in the best package. And you might also want to include things like Twilight or virtual Twilight as well. Now, if you want to see a full list of different options that you can include in all these different packages, if you want a summary of this presentation of all the different services, drop us a message in our DM, and we'll send you a cheat sheet that will show you how to implement all these different services and packages, how to set up the pricing and everything else so that you can make sure that you're aligned with the best practices and that you're making the most money possible on every booking. All right, so that's it. I hope you enjoyed this presentation, and make sure to give us a like on Facebook. And if you want to learn more about how we can help you set this up for you, or if you want to learn more about Tonimo or a booking system, drop us a message and I will personally get back to you and do a call with you and help you set all of this up. All right. Bye, guys.